Okay, later on, once you memorize multiplication of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, then only I will teach you how to do division of other numbers. Right now, we are going to do division of 2. Okay, right. So, for example, if I tell you what is 10 divided by 2, it means you have 10 things. You have 10. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you have to do with this 10? You want to divide them into group of 2. You take the first 2 and then you take another 2. Then you take another 2. Then you take another 2. You take another 2. How many groups of 2 just now you have? 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group, 5. So 10 divided by 2, if you have 10 of something and then you want to group them into 2, how many group that you have? 5 group. So 10 divide, 5 group means the answer to this question is 5. Another example. If I tell you I want to, for example, 14 divided by 2. You have 14 altogether. Now, yeah. Don't worry. You don't have to explain to me. So, how many of this group you have now? So 14 divided by 2 is 7. Okay. So again, let's say you have 6. 6 divided by 2. 6 means you have only 6. 2, 4, 6. How many group of 2 here in order to have 6? So 6 divided by 2 is 3. If I tell you 8 divided by 2 is what? How many group will make it into 8? How many? 8. 8 is from here to here. How many groups is this? 4 groups. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 18 divided by 2 is what? So, you have to have 18 first. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 18. How many group of 2 is this? No. Okay. 9. So for your info, why did we memorize multiplication of 2? So I can teach you this. Aha. So let's say if I tell you what is 10 divided by 2, instead of doing this, 10 divided by 2, you just read multiplication of 2. Now read, if I ask you 10 divided by 2, you read multiplication of 2. Read multiplication of 2 until you get 10. 2, 6. That's it. No. Until the read again and show me how many fingers that you have until you get 10. Read again. 2. So how many finger? 5. 10 divided by 2 will be 5. It's the same thing. If you have 10, how many group of 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright. So how about 12 divided by 2? I want you to do the simple way. You read multiplication of 2 until you get 12. Six. That is correct. I think you already understand this. Okay. So I'm going to do just the question. Okay. And then you tell me what is the answer. Okay. Alright. So 8 divided by 2 is what? Four. How about 6 divided by 2? Three. How about 10 divided by 2? 5. Yes, I will repeat the same thing until you memorize it. 18 divided by 2 is what? 9. And then 14 divided by 2 is what? 7. Okay. Alright. But this is just the beginning. Okay? Okay. So we have bigger number now. So usually when we do division, we write down like this. Look at here. 2 is outside. And then inside the bracket is this thing. Okay. How do you read this? 10 divided by 2. Yes, it's okay. You already know the concept. Now, tell me what is the answer? This is 10 divided by 2. 5. So how do you write? You should write 5 on top of 10. And then you put minus below here. And then you subtract. Aha. Okay. This is the beginning. Okay. So because you have to do this many times with me. So now, do you have a piece of paper and pencil? Okay. Alright. So you do this first question. You write down 10 divided by 2. Okay. Like this. Make sure you have this. Alright. Hi. Alright, so you read the multiplication of 2 until you get 10. So 2 times 5 is 10, so minus 10 here. Done? Okay, if you were to ask 14 divided by 2, okay, the answer should be written on top of 4. And what is the number that should be written on top of 4? So you read multiplication of 2 until you get 14 and show me how many fingers that you have to use. Seven. How do you write 7? 7 should be written on top of 7. On top of 4. Okay? And then minus here, 14. Because 4 minus 4 will be 0. 1 minus 1 also 0. Now, how about 6 divided by 2? Three. So 3 should be written on top of 6. Okay, write down and then put dot there to indicate there's no more. 3 on top, 6 minus 6. Okay, which one do you send? 6 divided by 2. Okay. Okay, because there is only one number here, one dot. Here, two numbers, two dot. Two numbers, two dot, one number, one dot. What happened with 3 is on top of 6. 3 numbers. Don't worry about that. Later comes. Okay? Now, 12 divided by 2. Where do you write 6? Is it on top? Is it on top of 1 or is it on top of 2? On top of 2. Okay? Then write 12 here. Minus, you got dot and dot. Okay. Okay. Then we do some more. How about 16 divided by 2? Eight. Where do you write 8? On top of 6. And then minus 16 here. And dot and dot. Then you have 18 9. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, now we are going to have bigger number. Okay. Yes. Okay. We are going to do, okay, you memorize multiplication of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That are the numbers that you memorize, right? Okay. No. What I mean is that these are the numbers that you memorize. Okay. So what happen if the number is bigger than that? Okay. So I'm going to teach you. Okay. We are going to do 3 numbers, for example. Yes, 100. For example, 342 divided by 2. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm going to teach you now. Okay, listen carefully. First, take the first number. Okay? Not to multiply 2 and 3. No. So, okay, read to me multiplication of 2, but not more than 3. Yeah, multiplication of 2. Okay. 2, don't worry. Let me give an example. Okay. Multiplication of 2 is 2. After 2 is what? 4. 4 is a bigger number than 3. So, just take the first one just now. How many finger? Because 4 is a bigger number than this, you take only 1 finger. Okay. Only 1. 1 means you write that 1 finger on top of 3. And then, yes. Done? So, if you... Okay. Okay. Okay, you take pencil and... Alright. So, 1 finger is multiplication of 2. What is the answer for that? Oh, 2. Yes, correct. So, 2 is below 3. Then you minus. Yes. So, what is 3 minus 2? Is it a dot? No. What is 3 minus 2? Yes. 1. So, okay. Then, you have to bring down this number 4. Yes, bring down. Yeah, better put arrow. Where you put that 4? Beside 1. 14. So read multiplication of 2 until you get 14. How many? How many fingers? 7. Look at where I put that 7. On top of 4, I write 7. Then below here, I write 14. yes, you minus, and then you bring down 2, and because there's no more number, it just become 2. Don't worry. Yes, correct. That is correct so far. You don't have to worry about being hard. After 10 questions, you will find it easy. Okay? You will find it hard for the second one, for the third one, until the 10th question. Okay? So this is the first question. So then, what do we do with 2? Read the multiplication of 2 again until you get 2. How many finger? 1. You write down there, and then below 2 you write down 2, you minus, and that is the answer. Because there is only one number, one dot. Okay, now we have maybe 4 numbers. Question number 2. Okay. 6, 7, 4, 4 divided by 2. After you memorize this, you pass multiplication of 2, division of 2. If you memorize all other multiplication, then it will be easy for you. Okay. So how do we start? You read multiplication of 2 until you get 6. Is there any? 3, write down at the top here. And then minus 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. Yes. And because 6 minus 6 is 0, you just put dot. And then bring down 7 until it is parallel to the dot. Okay. Have you finished until here? Yes, correct. So what is next? You read multiplication of 2 until you get 7. Yes. There is no 7, so find the number that is nearest to 7 but has to be less than 7. Read multiplication of 2. I would like to hear. Yes, correct. That is correct. 3 is the correct one. Okay? Because you have to get a number less than 7. Then you minus, you get 1. Yeah. Okay. So You bring down 4. That is correct. Now the number becomes 14. Yes, read multiplication of 2 until you get 14. 7, that is correct. You get 14 below here. Because 14 minus 14 is 0, so 2 dots there. Then bring down 4. Yes, correct. In order to draw that arrow, you could use ruler. If you have one. If you don't, it's okay. It's not for today. Next time you use it. It's just be nicer. So now you read multiplication of 2 until you get 4. 2. Here and below here you write 4. Then 4 minus 4 will be 0. You write dot. Yes, correct. That is the correct one, yes. Okay, next question will be 7676 divided by 2. Yes, I would like you to try out yourself. Don't worry. No. You read 6 is actually correct, but if you write down here, and how many finger that you calculate to get 6 just now? How many finger that you use? No, you get it correct. Incorrect. Okay, again. What you have to write here? Okay, read multiplication of 2 again to me. That's it. This is what I mean by how many finger that you use. 3. So write down on top here 3. So then you subtract. Okay. Then you subtract first. Subtract this. 7 minus 6. What is 7 minus 6? 1. Write down 1 here. Yes. Bring down. Yes. So not yet. Not yet. Now it becomes 16. Yes, multiplication of 2 until you get 16 if it is there. So where do you write 8? No. Actually on top is how many finger is at the top? And underneath here is the answer for 2 times 8. Will be 16. The 2 dot, because the answer is 0. So next, what is the next step? Down. No, not necessarily 7. Is there any 7 in multiplication of 2? 6. And the top here? No. Until you get 6. 6 is here. But what is the number that you should write here? 3. Yes, correct. Subtract. And bring down another number. Eight. Where do you write 8? Yes, correct. Up here is 8. Below here is 16. That is correct. Okay. Next question will be 5,326 divided by 2. Yes. It's okay. You have to find multiplication of 2 if there is 5. Is there 5 multiplication of 2? What is the nearest number but less than 5? 4. Where do you write 4? No. Under 5. Up there, up here is how many finger that you are using to count until 4. 2, 4. How many finger? 2. No. 2 is on top here. And then you subtract. First you have to subtract. Is 5 minus 4 0? No. One. And then what is the next step? bring down 3. Aha. You read multiplication of 2. No, not got 3, 13. You read multiplication of 3. You read multiplication of 2 until 13. If there is any, if there is none, so you find the nearest to 13. Okay. You read to me, with me, multiplication of 3, multiplication of 2. 2. Because this is 2. Yes. Okay. 12. 14. But stop. We do not want until 14. We want until this number only. Or less than this number. What is the nearest number to 13 that we had just now? But less than that. It's 12. 12 is written underneath of 13. And then how many fingers to get to 12 just now? Six, that's correct. Not yet, not yet. You have to subtract first. 3 minus 2? 1. So 1 minus 1 is dot. And then you bring down 2. So become here 2. So the number becomes 12. Alright. So you read multiplication of 2 until 12. Six, where do you write 6? No. That is how many finger? This is 6 is on top. So 12 is here. Then there are 2 dots because 2 minus 2 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. So bring down 6. Read multiplication of 2 again until 6. Where do you write down that 3? On top. And underneath 6 is written as 6 because 2 times 3 is 6. No? 0. Because 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, you want? Yeah. Yes. Becomes 0. So, could you stay on for the last question, or are you tired? Not yet. Not. Okay. All right. Okay. So, let's try. 7, 4, 9, 6, 8. That is okay. That's okay. Tak ada space belakang? Okay. Okay, use new one. The final question. Okay, so what do you do? So first, read multiplication of 2 until 7. 6. Where do you write 6? Yes. That 6 is below 7. But how many fingers that you use to in order to get that 6? 3. So that 3 is on top here. Seven minus 6 is what? 1. Yes. Yes, minus 14 is 14 because there is 14. But how many fingers that you use in order to get 14? No, what I mean is that how many fingers that you use? How many fingers that you use? Because we have to write down on top of 4. 7. Yes, correct. You read multiplication of 2 until 9, if there is any. 8. Yeah, you got 8. So that number 8 is below 9. How many fingers that you use to get 8? 4. 4 you write down on top of 9. Then you subtract. One here. Then what you do next? Yeah. So it becomes 16. What should be written underneath of 16? 16 here. What do we write on top of 6? 8. So 16 minus 16 will be 0. You put 2 dots and bring down the 8. On the top here, right. Yes, correct. That's all. So that is the answer if you divide 74,968 with 2. Okay. Alright. So later on, I will ask your dad to work with you on multiplication of 2, on division of 2, okay? Yes, this is division of 2. Divide by 2. Divide of 2, division of 2. No, later. No, I will text your dad. No, I have your dad's number. Alright, I see you next Monday, okay? With more practice. During this week, you work with your father on multiplication of 3, multiplication of 4. Then I will teach you how to do division of 3 and division of 4. Okay, bye.